What's up, everybody? My name's Jordan, and today we're working on my 73 Hondo Day Cruiser, and we got a whole bunch of stuff that we do. You can see it's already done here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm currently working on a old jet boat, which we were just looking at. So if you're into that kind of stuff and do-it-yourself stuff, also cars and stuff like that, give me a like and a follow, and I'd really appreciate that. Keep my channel going. I'm trying to bring you guys content on a regular basis, and well, you know how life sometimes gets in the way of that. But we're going to keep on going with this baby. All right, so we got this Holley 4160 750 CFM double pumper, and we're going to go through and rebuild this. So the first thing we got to do is take everything apart, and then we're going to try to give it a bath. And I've got a rebuild kit here for it. It's actually a quick fuel rebuild kit for it, and we're going to go through that. All right, got this carburetor completely disassembled. We are ready to dunk it in some carb parts cleaner. This stuff works pretty well for cleaning up stuff. This one's actually not too bad. Just a little bit of stuff in the float bowls and whatnot, but can't hurt anything. All right, so I'm gonna throw this in. I've got all my small parts and nuts and bolts, and we're gonna just throw that right in there. And see that? Then I think I can fit some of these other parts in here there too. Well, I got bored while I'm waiting for the carbs to sit in the bath, so took the intake manifold off and sandblasted in the blast cabinet, and it came out looking not too shabby, all things considered, for how crusty this thing was. Absolutely. Okay, so I've been going through this carb. I got the fuel bowls tanked and all the internal pieces. I still need to do the throttle plate and the main body here. But unfortunately, the gallon container that it comes with is just slightly too small to fit any of these parts in. So I got to get like a tin pan or something. And I just haven't done that yet. So anywho, but I've got these all set up. I got the float height set and all that jazz. Got those back together, found the right gaskets in this quick fuel set because there's quite a few to choose from in there. So you've got to kind of line everything up and find the right way to do that. But we're slowly making progress on that, and tune you in when I get this done. So the throttle plates and the carb body won't fit in here, so I got this little mini turkey roasting pan, and I'm going to pour that in there and see how that works. All right, so now we got the top there. And I'm going to dunk this guy in some water. Help get all that, whatever acidic or basic, I don't know if it's acidic or basic, but get it neutralized. So, I'm going to chill there, and we're going to set down a paper towel over here so we can continue assembling this. Well, the carburetor's all put back together. Everything's back here. Use quick fuel with their non-stick blue gaskets for the ends there. So if I ever have to take it apart to rejet it or do something like that, it comes apart relatively nicely is what I'm told. And it was actually the same price as the Holley kit. So I took a gamble on that. Everything seemed to be pretty decent quality. So, also I got a little bored when I was waiting for those parts to dunk. So I took off the intake manifold and the valve covers again and took them over to the old sandblast cabinet and threw it in there and kind of cleaned up a little bit. I think I'm going to throw this one back in because there's a couple spots like that I just want to hit quick. And then I'm going to probably clear over that, and then I'm going to paint these with the black wrinkle and then shave the fins so that those kind of shine. So at least that's what I'm thinking. And I think I'm going to paint the engine too. So there's those crusty exhaust hoses. We got this intake manifold that we got all blasted up, and I'm going to spray this with a product called Metal Cast, and it leaves kind of like a ground coat. I think they actually use this for some of their anodized finish as like a base coat, kind of like a candy. But I found if you clear over it, it leaves almost like a kind of cast looking appearance. So we're gonna try it on this because there's still some imperfections that I just don't think are gonna clear over okay. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna just take some gloss engine enamel and clear right over the top of this bad boy. All right, so we got 2 coats of clear on here, and she is just looking beautiful. So yeah, I think this is my new favorite way to do intake manifolds. It just comes out looking pretty boss, I think. I've got some of these smaller pieces and valve covers over here. We're gonna hit these with VHT's Wrinkle Plus. It leaves kind of a nice wrinkle. And then what I plan on doing is on the hardened here and then the hardened marine and across the top of the fins, I plan on taking a razor blade once this kind of gets to a point where it's soft but set up so that those ridges are, and then I'm going to attempt to polish the tops of the ridges. You can see I sanded it with 1500, so no guarantee it'll turn out, but give it a shot. We've done our 3 coats. First you go vertically, then horizontally, and then you do like an angle is what they tell you to do. And you kind of want thick coats each time. I mean, obviously not running, but and it takes a while before the wrinkle shows up. But you can see over here, we're just starting to get a little bit of baby wrinkling. So sometimes they take up to 2 hours. They tell you not to handle this for like 24, I believe it says. And so we're gonna sit back and wait for that, and maybe find something else to work on while we're waiting for that. Waiting for some wrinkle action, but you can see over here, it's starting on both of them. And you can see it's starting to happen on the front cover just a little bit. The water outlet, yeah. So I think it's gonna come out pretty rad. It's been like another 15 minutes and you can really start to see them starting to wrinkle up nicely now. So they still need some more time. I think they're still gonna wrinkle even more. But stuff's coming along pretty nicely. Excited to see it all together. Well, these guys are wrinkling and they're coming out very nice. This board here is burnt copper VHT. That is the color I plan on painting my engine in the boat. You can kind of see those colors along here. And if we go over here, got the Honda kind of in front of the house right now. You can kind of see, not exact, but I think it's a little darker inside the engine bay there. So if you pop it open, it'll kind of match. That's what I'm going for. All right, so I just have it sitting on top of the intake there with those hardened marine valve covers that I took and I razor bladed off all the fins and the hardened marine on them, so it kind of shines there. Did that with both sets, and yeah, so I think that's gonna be it for now. Gotta paint it and some other stuff. All right, well, I scuffed up the top of the spark arrestor too because I just can't leave anything alone, and we are going to spray that with some Wrinkle Plus 2 just to kind of match everything and tie it all together. Beauty of this stuff is you can kind of lay it on kind of thick because they rely on a thick coating to get that wrinkle. There we go. Wrinkle coated air cleaner, rebuilt carb. Painted intake manifold, painted thermostat water outlet, painted valve covers. Looking pretty sharp. Here's that front cover there where the water pump would normally be. So, can't complain about that. Barely even recognize it. The gauge I just picked up for the monitoring the water pressure, because that pressure comes right off the pump. So you just gotta adjust the gate valve coming off the pump a little bit sometimes to get it to be kind of where you want it. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, we'll see you next time.